Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Talk. On this episode, the Giants get stomped out by the Raiders. And is the Daniel Jones era over with the New York Giants? Mike from Bayonne is here to talk Jets loss, and they get a little dose of reality. We're taking live calls for the first time on Talk, everybody. Big Ed goes 3, 4, 5 with his picks. I like that. Let's start talking.
Come on now.
Don't forget, if you like the pod, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. What's up, boys? Welcome back home. We're back with an L.
Yeah.
Losing.
Well, we're the real winners because when we went to the stadium is beautiful, by the way. Beautiful. It was like they put on like a show. There was like a performance. They had like a marching.
Vegas, baby. It's Vegas.
We have a marching band. They have like a whole band. They have like an orchestra. They have everything. They got cheerleaders. They had Rick Ross at halftime.
What?
Like, bro, we had nothing. We got nothing.
Week 9 game, Rick Ross.
Yeah, literally. But
That's
yeah,
awesome, bro.
The trip was. I had a great time.
No, we had a
great
good
trip.
time. And the best part was we're walking up the bridge from Mandalay Bay to the stadium. And all of a sudden, a big guy's walking towards us. Carl Banks.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
walking
really?
towards us.
Not in the stadium. You're on the.
No, we're just walking.
So what happens
Yeah.
is when you're over there in Vegas, right? This is anybody that plans to go, because I know the Jets are actually playing them on Sunday night. So if there's anybody listening that's going to the game, what you do is you can't get dropped off at the stadium because there's so much going on. You got to get dropped off at the Mandalay Bay. And then you walk across the bridge.
So you guys felt like you were home. You were going through.
Yeah.
You were going from American Dream to the stadium.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, so they shut off the whole road. There's like a whole bridge that you walk over, and then that's where we saw Carl Banks walking.
So what happened with Carl?
So Carl Banks, he was walking, and then I was going, "Hey, Carl, for FWFA," and he goes like that with his fist.
Yeah, he gave you the fist.
I go, Titty sucks, Sal sucks.
Yeah.
We ain't going to listen to no more. Carl, you're right. Carl, you're right.
And he was gone.
He must have been hyped hearing that.
was-
though.
yeah,
Because you know he's upset about
Yeah.
this shit.
Oh, and then how about they had a Modelo tailgate party, whatever it was. And so we're getting ready to go in, but you couldn't bring your drinks in, obviously. So we're out front, we're drinking, finishing
pounding
our
the
beer.
Modelo.
Yeah, the LPG, the license plate guy comes out. As he's walking out, he sees me and my dad, and he's like, yo. He remembered us because he used to
way.
sit near us. Yeah.
Oh, get outta
Yeah,
here.
my dad's, you remember us? He's like, of course. And he
Oh,
like
that's
pounds
so
us up,
nice.
and he went in.
You know, it's actually a good guest to reach out to and say, hey, you know, we're doing a
I
little
think
something.
that he would definitely, I'll tell you the truth, if I could get his attention, because he knows who I am. I sat with the guy for 10 years.
Yeah, he knew
I
us.
sat with LPG before he became license plate guy.
Yeah. Yeah,
He was not
he's
even a
the-
license plate guy
He's the
when I
biggest
sat with him.
Giant super fan that's out there.
Yeah, he's at
right?
every
Do we
game.
have any other super fans? Like, no,
not like that.
Not like
I
him.
gotta say something. I would advise anybody to go, even if it's not your team.
Yeah.
Get to Las Vegas. Go to the stadium.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
There's nothing. I mean, it wasn't even about. I didn't care. You wouldn't care who was playing the Raiders. It didn't matter because the stadium is so over the top. Like you said, orchestra, playing Rolling Stones, playing Billy Joel, slamming it up, cheerleaders coming out. It's so hyped up. It's a great experience. And,
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah.
completely. I recommend. We did the spear. What I was saying?
Sphere,
Whatever,
spear,
however
whatever
you
it
say,
is.
yeah.
Spear.
Yeah, he went.
We
where'd
did
you
that.
go?
We did that. That was great from Dolan. They have a concert there. We didn't do the Golden Knights. We missed that one.
Too much
That
money.
was ridiculous.
Too much money.
He texted me. He was like, we're looking to get last minute tickets or whatever.
$250.
Bro, when I swiped, it was $800.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it
the
was
best
crazy.
part of the week is when I kept on walking around showing Anthony little Ant my ass. My
He
ass.
did. He showed me his
I
ass.
kept on showing him my ass.
Yeah.
Hey, look at my ass, Ant. Look at my ass.
Yeah, he was drunk.
You're
He
like a
kept on
frat
showing
out.
me his ass. It was nuts. It was crazy. But my favorite part of the trip, before the game,
I'm
I
so
was
jealous, by the way. I was jealous all weekend.
No, we had a good time.
I'm
Yeah,
directly, Evan Neal is this close to me.
Yeah.
And I go, everybody's going down there, no one's saying a word to him. Because we're from New York. These people in Vegas, they don't say
don't-
nothing.
they
They're
don't-
very quiet.
They shut down. They
oh,
shut
Evan
down.
Neal. I went all the way down. I'm face to face with Evan Neal. I go, Evan, you know how many burgers I flipped to be here?
Oh,
I
shit.
was flipping out on this guy. I swear on everything.
He was.
Yeah.
And he goes into the huddle, does whatever. They went, blah, 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 blah. And then he put his
put his headphone on.
headphones in.
Yeah, I don't blame
Bro, he
him.
put his headphones in. Because of me.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
I hate you, Evan.
Listen, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
That means
Thank you,
a
Dad.
lot to us.
Yeah.
But going back to the Vegas thing for a second, like this is why they want the baseball team. This is why, they have hockey.
They need everything.
They're gonna have NBA, I'm sure, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Right? They're gonna have NBA.
They are blown. Listen to me. Yeah, I kind of compare it to this. When Rocky Balboa, number one Rocky Balboa, was fighting Apollo Creed came out with all that showmanship.
Yeah.
It's like,
that was the Raiders.
Oh my God.
And they suck.
Yeah.
They're not even a good team.
Your eyes are wide up. It's like, we have a freaking drum. Now the New York drum line.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, right? We're sitting there.
We don't even have the
A halftime show. Let's see a dog catch a frisbee.
Yeah, there's Rick Ross.
They have Rick Ross.
It's embarrassing, right? This is what I was telling my dad. Like, if you're a player on the Giants, right, and you go to that stadium, the visiting locker room, I guarantee you, is 10,000 times better than the whatever locker room they have at MetLife Stadium.
Really?
When you're at that stadium and you're looking around, and you're like, wait. Why the hell am I playing in New York? It's gonna like take people away from playing here. Like people aren't gonna. It was that good.
I'm telling you
Beautiful.
again. I would go and see any, like you said. If it was baseball, you got to go.
Yeah.
If hockey, you got to go.
Yeah.
If they have anything, they're doing Formula One racing through the streets of Vegas.
I know.
Bad time to go now.
Vegas,
a lot of traffic, but
Vegas is eating New York's lunch, dinner, everything you want. They're
about to strike, too.
They actually, believe it or not, and they clean the homeless up on top of it all.
They
don't
did.
have
It wasn't that
homeless.
bad. Wow. Yeah.
They're gone.
Wow.
I don't know where they went, but they're gone.
Yeah. F1's a few weeks away, right?
November 17th, 18th, 19th. I believe.
Wow. That's going to be and the tickets are like 10. Yeah. People have so much money in Vegas.
Stupid money.
It's so much money. Now, of course, I lost my driver's license.
Like legitimately, or
yeah, my ID was gone again. I lose it all the time. I do those edibles and I forget shit.
Yeah,
and I forget shit all the time. So I actually brought my passport.
Smart.
To back up, I already planned out. He's like, "What are you trying your passport for?" My son does that. So all of a sudden now, I'm like, and just in case, all of a sudden, I lost my driver's license.
It's gone.
He would have been stuck there.
I would have been stuck there forever.
Yeah, he would have had a better time though.
I'm not a migrant. I can't get back home.
Yeah.
All those guys can come through. They would have let me in Vegas.
Oh yeah.
I would have been bankrupt.
I'm bankrupt from going to Vegas.
Yeah,
I'm down so bad.
Yeah, you can't do 5 days.
Oh my God. I was up. I was chilling. Like for the first 3 days, I was actually up, right? And then what happens is you get your first taste of like winning and you just chase it. And there was a point where I was up a lot. And I come up to the room. It was like 10 o'clock at night. My dad's ready. He was like in bed, getting ready to sleep. Yeah. Because daylight saving, it fucked everything up. So I had like $100 to my name. I come up at 10 o'clock. I go, Dad, this is it. This is the last 100. Wish me luck.
And you went
I go downstairs. I'm telling you, I left the room at 10:05. I got back up at 10:15. I went right into bed, and my dad's like, "What happened?" I go, "I'll see you in the morning." And that was it. I had no money. I went through so
Vegas
much
trip.
money in two seconds, bro.
That's Vegas.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I had the cheat code on slot machines that, of course, I know the damn cheat code. I tell my son the cheat code. Of course, you can't talk to the poor kid because he doesn't think right. All of a sudden, the next thing you know, I'm winning on the slot machines like a maniac.
He was.
Like a maniac.
Well, every time I'm running into him, because in Vegas, you do your own thing in Vegas. You know what I mean? Like I'm over here, he's over there. We end up crossing paths. Every once in a while, I'm crossing paths with him. He's like, shows me his voucher, the money slip. Check this out, $500. I run into him again 10 minutes later. Check this out, $450. Another like, bro, it's ridiculous. He really does have the cheat code for the slot.
Did you come home with money?
He did.
I did.
Good.
I had a $1,200. I put a $1,200 jackpot on a cheat code machine.
Yep.
I figured it all out. I know everything about Vegas. I put 100 in.
Don't
and
say
I
that
get
too loud.
No, I
You're
say,
gonna the
no,
FBI
it's a
is gonna
secret. No, I don't care about no FBI. No, F them. I told Anthony, I said, Anthony, you got to do it this way. I get 0 from
I do it my own way.
He does his own way. He does his own way.
Welcome back, boys.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We missed you.
We missed him.
Do you want to talk about the game?
What game? What game?
You actually want to talk about the game?
The worst part about the game was that I had so much money on the Giants.
No, you didn't.
I swear to
Yeah, we
God.
did.
You don't bet the Giants all year
I
long.
I didn't bet the Giants all year long.
It was a no-brainer.
I thought that God was real for a second because I
Yeah.
was like, all right, we flew out here. There's no way God is gonna let me be miserable. You know, he's gonna be on our side. Daniel Jones is gonna throw 5 touchdowns, 400 yards. He's gonna look like vintage Danny Jones. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
I found out the hard way God isn't real, and he bet me over, spanked me on my coolie, and then took Daniel Jones's knee
Antonio
and
Pierce
said and went
stomp
go
you
home.
out.
Yeah.
Antonio Pierce stomp you out.
He
I
did.
mean,
He really did.
I mean, even before Jones got hurt, he was missing passes. It just, again, you saw that he wasn't doing the audibles at the line. Like you saw the Tyrod Taylor play and not be under as much pressure as when Jones plays. So you know it's something that has to be in audibles at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So every time Jones is dropping back, they're all over him. He's getting killed again.
Nah, he looked horrible.
He looked horrible.
He couldn't throw
We
the
didn't have
ball.
enough time to really say he looked too horrible.
He looked horrible. I think
It
he
usually
did
the whole
takes him a
team,
quarter or
the
two
whole
to get
team
going.
looks horrible. I don't even like.
They're not motivated.
As ridiculous as it sounds, like I'm just so happy the season's over with. Like I'm so happy.
What do you mean you're happy?
I'm happy now that I don't have to sit here on Sundays and be like, all right, I hope that they show up today. Like now on Sundays,
We know they're not
there's
gonna
no
show up.
stress. Like they have to lose. They literally cannot win. They have to lose. And the fact that they're coming out and they're saying Tommy DeVito is the starting quarterback,
they wanna lose.
it's over. They're throwing in the white flag.
Well, what's the way to say we're going to tank? By saying
Saying
Tommy
Tommy
DeVito
DeVito.
is the
No,
quarterback.
and I'll tell you the truth. When we were really close to the field, and you could see the posture. My cousin Victor was
Yeah,
sitting
they were
right
done.
there.
They checked out.
My cousin Victor was like 2 rows up. He was watching the Giants. He said, "Ant, I'm telling you right now, the entire team checked out.
Yeah.
Their faces checked out. Again, it looks like our podcast right now,
Yeah.
where we all look at each other like,
Yeah.
that's what they look like."
No, what happened
Everybody's
with
checking
them?
out.
What happened with the Giants? This is all speculations, but I can guarantee you it's dead shit. It's dead true. The New York Giants, they know that the season's over at 2-6 going into that game. They're in Las Vegas. They went out Friday. They went out Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They partied 3 days straight. And then they were like, "Oh wait, we got a game tomorrow."
Yeah.
That's what it dead seriously looked like, and I guarantee you
That's
that's
the
what
secret
happened.
sauce that if that Raiders team is good, they're going to have over every other team when they
Yeah.
come to play them.
Yeah.
For
How
sure.
For real.
about- But how about the Raiders rookie quarterback? Right, the kid looked like
That's what I'm saying. Because even like the defense looked horrible.
Yeah.
The defense has been lights out since the Seahawks
Nah,
game.
they've been a mess.
They looked horrible that game.
Yeah.
The Giants defense has been since the Seahawks game. Literally has been giving up 11 points a game. 11 to a schmuck Purdue quarterback. They looked like they didn't even want to be there. That's how I know they were out partying the night
something's not
before.
right.
There was like they're checked out. They're done. They're checked out. The season's over.
We're
Call
checked
it.
out
Yeah.
as the fans. Sell the tickets. Sell whatever
I'm
you got
selling every
left.
ticket.
We've
I'm
been.
selling.
I've been to 5 games this year,
Sell.
and
I'm
I've
selling.
seen 1 win. I've been to 5 games this year, and I've seen I think 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like, think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. I've been to pretty much
What did
every
you see
game.
with the Jones injury? What did show on television? What do you
knee.
think happened?
Yeah, but the play before he strained his knee. He
Right,
strained
so you
his
saw
knee.
that, right?
and then I guess he was like, you know what? Let me just make this look like I'm really dead. Like he was in pain.
think that-
it happened the play prior?
Yeah, we
I
saw
don't
that.
know.
We saw
I
that.
think it got worse on
Yeah.
that second play though.
No.
Yeah.
What happened was because we're at the game. What do you mean? What happened?
I'm
We
asking,
saw-
I'm asking what you saw on television. That
Yeah.
you?
What
How about the
happened
game?
was at the game, the play before when Max Crosby got the sack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He stumbled. He
Flip out.
went to cut, and obviously that's what happened.
Tolerate this
then
bullshit.
they went and before the drop back play when he dropped back and collapsed, he was on the sideline. He was doing cuts, seeing how his knee was. This is what blows my mind, right? Daniel Jones is making $40 million this year. $40 million this year. And next, whatever you want, whatever. He's making $40 million this year, right? He gets hurt You see him get up off the ground as slow as possible.
Yeah.
You saw him get hurt. We all saw him get hurt. You know how many people in the medical staff checked him out right before the next play when he dropped back?
How many?
0. No one checked on him. How? This guy's making $40 million. You don't think? Let me go over there and check.
Don't you think it happened already? Don't you think he tore his knee already?
But at that point, then you're as a medical staff, you go over to him and you do the test. All right, how's this feel? How's this feel? How's this feel? Oh, it hurts. All right, wait a second. You might have ACL. This might be an ACL. Now that he's dropping back, he just made it worse by dropping back and doing that. He made it even worse.
I think it was over.
I think his career.
I think it was over. Right.
I think his career as a Giant is over.
Oh yeah, I mean, how could it not be? Because that now at this point, what's happening
for Caleb
is
now.
It's not even that. There's 3 quarterbacks out there, so you're automatically getting one of the 3. So then by the time he comes back, let's say he does come back miraculously by week 2. Right? Next year.
Yeah.
How are you gonna play? How are you gonna have Daniel Jones play over the kid that you just went out and got him in the first 3, the top 3?
No, he'll be a $40
You know what I mean?
Well, he'll be the backup.
He'll be a $40
No,
million backup.
they have
They
to.
can't get rid of him.
A cut. They're gonna have to get a
you have
cap
to keep
cut.
him this year. $60 million this year on the cap, and then the second year, I think he's $22 million. They got to get rid of him the second.
You know
year.
who's
listen.
laughing in the bank?
Oh yeah, imagine that.
It is what it is. I just want to watch my team win. I don't care who's playing quarterback.
You're not getting it this year.
Devito.
You're not getting this year.
No, when Mike and Bayonne comes, we'll ask his medical advice on what he thought about Jones. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure he could shed some
Yeah,
light.
let's bury the Giants season. It was a good one. It was fun.
No, I'm not
It was
done
fun.
yet. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna cover. What's the point spread for the Jets?
16 and a half.
I'm betting the Giants. I'm betting the Giants.
I listen for
If you would have
someone.
stayed away from the Giants last week, you would have had a better record. I
know.
I
Now,
know
how
why
many
you took
games?
them.
How many games
You took
did
them
the
from your
Giants
heart.
play?
You really didn't believe they were going to
I
win.
believed
You
that they
guys
were
did
going to
not
play.
believe they
No,
were
I
gonna
Yeah,
did.
we did. We
No.
had Andrew Thomas back,
Yeah.
Daniel Jones back, Saquon Barkley back. Yeah, I did think
did.
we were going to win. Then I realized that they're as bad as they are.
Yeah.
They're bad.
We didn't know that. There was a poor kid sitting behind us.
Yeah,
Giants.
he was crying.
The poor kid was crying.
You didn't go talk to him?
No,
I
don't give a
did.
shit.
I
I did.
tried.
Well,
I
I
told-
told the kid.
What do you mean?
I turned around and he was crying. I go.
Tell him it's not gonna get any better.
I go. Listen, bud. I go. Yeah. I go. You're in for a long one. And the mom was
poor
laughing.
kid
The
was
dad was
crying.
laughing. Yeah. I didn't care.
The kid was like, he reminded me of Anthony who was younger, but the kid was like, they're like,
Yeah, I'm
Like,
still.
he really
I'm
was
still
crying.
like that. I told his mom. I go. Listen. I go. I'm 30 years old. I'm still like that.
Yeah.
She was dying laughing.
yeah, but I turned around by accident. She was breastfeeding that little kid.
No
And
way.
I saw everything. I'm like, whoa,
I
boobies,
know, right?
boobies.
It's Vegas.
I didn't want to see it.
We're in Vegas.
He told me
But
a
I
little
know you
secret.
I know you
He told me-
cover him up.
He told me a little secret about you anyway. So I know, we know you like the boobies in your
Yeah.
face.
Boobies.
Yeah, I told him about the hookers. That when you had the hookers in the room, it was
That was
sick.
good. You had fun with them?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah?
Well, we went. Listen to me. The best part of Vegas for me was I did sightseeing shit. I went to Lake Mead.
Yeah.
I saw dead bodies. I was happy.
I
went
saw.
to
I seen dead
the.
bodies.
I'm like,
I was
yeah,
happy.
you want to come to Lake Mead? I can watch that
No,
on freaking YouTube.
My girlfriend goes to me. She goes.
She was there?
No, she goes. When I got home, she goes. You got people down there? I go, bro. I've seen my dad's ass more than I've seen anything else over there. You kidding
Yeah,
me?
in our shower had a window in it.
Oh,
And every
my
time I was like washing up,
Yeah,
I caught little
Anthony,
Anthony
yeah.
catching
I was
like
looking
pizza
in.
me like a little
Yeah.
freak.
I said, yo, what's
I was
going
like,
on
hey,
in there?
don't be
shit's
doing
getting
that
weird.
gay shit with me,
Yo,
man.
This shit's getting weirder in here than it was on the
We're
football
brothers,
field.
bro. We're brothers.
All right, let's bring in the other miserable bastard, Mike from Bayonne. Here to talk some reality with us. And the reality is that your team is just as bad as my team, and my team is just as bad as your team. But for some reason, the Jets still think that they're going to win.
No.
The Jets still think that they're going to win.
Let's see what Mike has
see
to
what Mike
say.
has.
What's up, Mikey?
What's going on, fellas? That Vegas trip sounds like one I'm okay with missing. I
You don't want to see
could have
my
been
daddy's
seeing
ass?
asses and
Yo,
balls.
My dad has no hair in his ass, Mike. I'm letting you know that now.
Anyone call us yet, Backbone? We got any callers yet? Bro, what the?
No, not a scene I was looking for. Neither was Monday night, fellas. Neither was Monday night. I know you guys are so giddy. You're so giddy that Zach Wilson went down that way on
I think we
national
were.
TV. but-
No.
Personally, I was really rooting for the Jets.
Me too. You want something.
I said, Tawk needs something, please. Let it be the Jets.
I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit, Mike. I was not rooting for the Jets.
I'm not gonna bullshit.
I'm not gonna lie. WFAN ruined my the one guy, Brandon Tierney, makes me hate the Jets.
Yeah, he's the worst.
And I feel bad for you because you're a realist Jets fan. You understand what's going on with the Jets. I needed them to lose that way because I needed this whole New York Jets making playoffs thing to come to an end.
Yeah, sorry,
and I'm sorry.
We spoke about this.
Listen, I hate that guy Tierney too, but I think they're in the same situation that we're kind of finding ourselves in. Is they have to talk about this stuff, so they're just throwing shit at the wall. Yeah, like, hey, the Jets are making the playoffs, this and that, just so they can get their steam. Let's be honest, everyone watched that game Monday night, man. You're not going anywhere with this kid. It's the same conversation every week. There's no point of recapping the game. It's the same game every week.
Yep.
Did you see today, Mike, the quote? He was on the Michael Kay show, and they asked Robert Saleh. They go, be honest, like, what's going on? Like, how come you're not?
If it's coming from up above.
Yeah, I don't know if he said that, but in hindsight, he kind of did. But he was like asking, like, how is Zach Wilson still the quarterback? And then he goes, I plead the fifth. Like I guess it means that, like you said, it has to be coming from up above.
Yeah.
Because if it was up to Robert Saleh, there's no way this kid's starting on.
Yeah, but
Sunday.
what about Aaron Rodgers? Like kind of pretending he's going to come because somebody said to him, "Are you going to get back?" He said, "A few weeks."
Yeah, well,
what does that mean?
He just wants to keep everybody on their toes and people still watching the Jets, and that's how he's going to do it.
Yeah, that's it, right?
You know what I mean?
Aaron Rodgers likes to have Aaron Rodgers' name show up on Aaron Rodgers television every so often. That's what Aaron Rodgers is. Think about if you're Zach Wilson. The way that Aaron Rodgers for the first 4 to 6 weeks. The first 4 to 6 weeks, this is your buddy, this is your mentor, this is your guy. He's going to hand the team over to you. Now, all of a sudden, you're crapping the bed with 3 weeks, and he's posting cryptic messages like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm coming. I know he sucks too." Like, I'd be like, "What the hell is your deal?" But
I heard he was warming up. I heard he was warming up during the game and throwing bombs in the stadium.
No, every week he's been having a little catch.
This is what I mean. Rogers finds, the Jets are on national TV this week. Let me get to the stadium a little early and throw some.
Bombs.
Mike, do you know anything about that video that surfaced of the Rolex situation with the watch? You know what I'm talking about?
I do not.
Backbone. Do anyone know what I'm talking about? So he had. I gotta get this. I gotta get this video. But he had a watch commercial and he put the date and the time, and everybody was saying that this is when he was planning on coming back, and it was right in December. I gotta bring
that's what he posted it to his Instagram story.
Oh yeah,
Mike, is it possible to come back that fast? But I mean, is that legitimate?
We don't care about the rest of your life.
It's not. It's not.
Not behind this offensive line.
Oh, I think
not behind this offensive line. It's not.
Wait. Let me ask the question again. If you are now bathing with dolphins, having intercourse in the water, and semen on top of your leg, is he getting better faster?
No.
I mean, what happened?
If he comes back this year, millionaires will be buying dolphins. The Dolphins would be the new sweep of the nation.
Because Aaron Rodgers, I feel like he's going to come back somehow.
I do too.
You got to understand something, right? This Jets team is actually good.
Really?
They actually are good. Look what that defense did. They held the Chargers to under 200 yards total. They lost because of the punt return. They lost because of Zach Wilson fumbling every 2 seconds. No one wants to talk about. He doesn't throw interceptions, but he fumbles 10 times a game. They lost because of that offensive line. That offensive line, even with Aaron Rodgers behind that offensive line, they're not doing anything. That offensive line needs to be fixed, and then we could talk about playoffs if we want to talk about the Jets.
I agree with you up until where you say Aaron Rodgers is also not doing anything behind this offensive line, because that's not true, man. The offensive line's terrible. They went up against Bosa and Mack. We knew it was going to be a problem going in. Mm-hmm. That's there. That's always going to be there.
Yeah.
But there are ways. One play during that game, Wilson changed the call at the line and threw a quick screen out to Garrett because he had a 10-yard cushion between him and the cornerback in front of him. That was one play. Aaron Rodgers would be doing that every single play if you allow him to. The blitzing men, it doesn't matter. You find a way. When you're a good quarterback, you find a way.
No,
Rodgers would not be going through these same struggles.
Even The pass over the middle that he missed Garrett Wilson. He probably still be running right now. There was a pass, the quick slant.
He misses people all the time, and you want to blame something other than him because it gets tiring of blaming him every goddamn week. But it just always comes back to him, man. You want to blame Hackett? Sure. Run the ball more, Breece? Sure. All 70,000 in attendance, including the Chargers roster, knows you want to run the ball today. So what do you got to do? You got to pass the ball, but you got to pass it quick. This kid can't pass it quick. He can't find
see over the line. Yeah.
He can't see over the line. He can't get rid of the ball fast enough. So this position is a poison when it's in the hands of someone like Zach Wilson. It leaks into the running back. It leaks into the running game, everything. The defense is better than 2009, 2010.
I said
it's better than Revis, Cromartie. It's better than those guys. He couldn't wipe Sanchez's cleats, this kid.
Holy
Sanchez.
Whoa.
We went to conference championships with Sanchez, dude. Yeah. This kid has a better defense than Sanchez had. And we sat here. Trade deadline, we sat here. Dobbs goes to Vikings. We sat here and did nothing. We're 4-4 now.
That's extremely frustrating.
You did nothing. You're 4-4 now. You got the Raiders. If you want to believe that there's a rest of the season, fine. But then the Raiders is it. The Raiders is your season. Because, when you look at the numbers and shit, we still got to verse the Dolphins twice. The road to the playoffs, if you want to get crazy, is winning the division. You still got the Dolphins twice. You got Buffalo one more time. You got New England one more time. You got to beat the Raiders Sunday to go 5-4 and then go into Miami and win one of those.
You know what? I hope they do.
I hope they can
do it. This is obviously
you can beat the Raiders.
You can't answer this question, Mike, obviously, but why wouldn't they go out and get a Tannehill? Or, like you said, a Joshua Dobbs. The fact that they didn't go out and get anybody and they're staying with Zach Wilson shows to me personally that they don't even believe in this team. That's what I'm taking ridiculous. From them not going out and doing anything. That's a waste of a good team. You have Tannehill. He's the backup right now, and you couldn't go out and get him? That's what blows my mind.
And everything that you just reiterated is probably going through every defensive player in that locker room's head right now. How could it not? Week by week, this shit goes on. And I don't know if the answer is that they don't believe in this team or they don't believe it's good enough, or if it's more they're not ready to succumb to the real truth, which is that this kid's a bust. It's over. Yeah. As soon as you go and get a Tannehill or a Dobbs, you're admitting this kid's over, because if you bench him now, he's never touching the field again in a green jersey. That's it. Yeah. So they're not ready to make that call, but you're going to lose, like you guys said, a really good, one of the best defenses I've ever seen as far as Jets go.
You're wasted.
I don't think he starts on Sunday.
Who's the backup?
Going to start?
He absolutely starts.
Yeah, he's definitely starting.
Who's the backup?
Who's the backup, Mike?
Nobody. Boyle, Trevor Siemian.
And
they got Tim Boyle.
Do it. Do it. Save your season and do it.
They can't.
Save your season and do
it.
Whatever happened, though, there was a year that I can't think back, but I think it was the Dolphins were doing it a lot, but they don't bring guys in and out anymore. You can't bring another quarterback in and out anymore. Like, all right, he's going to start the game, but I'm going to have about 10 plays drawn up for this quarterback.
They'll do that no more.
Why?
The Saints.
They do.
The Saints actually, Taysom Hill, I think, has like 3 touchdowns. In the
but he's like a running back.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
But why not?
He's listed as a tight end.
You're at a crossroads here where it's either you're going to, you have a team that you, like Mike just said, you could possibly get, if you win a couple games, you beat these games, you could win a division. It's it's still at your doorstep. All right. Why wouldn't you just open up the
Because Mike's right. Because Mike's right. They don't want to be known as the ones that went out and got Zach Wilson with the second pick, and it's the worst second pick in NFL history.
It is.
And we all know it is, but they don't want to know that it is.
But enough.
The next time
I don't get it. I don't get it at this point.
The next time you take him out as a starter and it's not Rodgers going back in, that'll be the last for Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
And that's what you were asking them to do with making a trade before the deadline, and they were not ready to do it. And now here we sit, and we're going to see the turmoil of that decision, because I'm telling you, that young defense is probably they got to be few. Think about the wives. Think about the people that are around these players' families and shit. You don't think they're in group text threads being like, this kid is miserable if you only had a quarterback? Nobody wants him here. It's gotten to the point where it's a poison, dude. It's an absolute poison.
I really look at that team and say that they're solid in a lot of. Offensive line's not the greatest, but they're so solid. He's such a blaring weakness for that team. It's so obvious that with any mediocre quarterback, Like, again, a Fitzmagic, one of these guys, any Tannehill, these mediocre guys would deliver that team wins.
Joshua Dobbs would
carry
but them to the victory lane.
And any Giant and Tommy DeVito. Yeah, those are the two guys.
I just don't get the part of like waving the white flag and say, we got to win games. I don't care how you get there. Just like, the way you beat the Giants. I don't care how you get there. We got to win a game. Why not try something that's out of the box? It's football. Any given Sunday. All that shit. Try something that's not what you played blackjack over the weekend?
I played poker.
Did you double down every 11?
I didn't play blackjack.
I'm just saying, like, do something that the book doesn't tell you to do.
That's what we're
the guy
saying
next to you is going to get mad. We
all know that. The Jets, the guys that went out and got Zach Wilson don't know that.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that, though. I don't. They literally look in the mirror and say, "Oh, just Zach Wilson's going to do it." Yeah, come on,
here's a concern you have with the Jets with Woody Johnson. I never believed in reality that Woody Johnson wants a win. I think Woody Johnson just wants to get people in the stands. He knows he does that. Your games are always sold out. There's nothing that changes win or lose for Woody Johnson. You can't convince me of this.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you completely. Woody Johnson is one of those owners that the Jets are a family Christmas tradition heirloom that has been passed from grandfather Johnson to grandson Johnson to grand-grandson. This is just a little thing, a little side gig for that family. No, they do not care. And like you just said, put asses in the seat. What's the point of putting more money into this thing?
Doesn't make sense to me.
I'm telling you, something does. It does. Why would you have a team so talented, so young and talented, and waste years on a quarterback that you obviously blew the draft pick on? He's probably, like Anthony said, the worst number 2 pick probably in the history of the NFL. Get rid of the guy. He sucks. Move on. Just move on.
It's time. And I think a big portion of it that they're scared to do it is because of our history, the franchise's history at this position, man. The amount of turnover, the amount of times we've leaped back into drafts this year, that year, the next year, second round, first round. They finally wanted to sit there and be like, we're going to sit with this one. We're going to develop this one. He's going to be our guy, and it's going to work out. And they cannot let go of that. It's getting bad.
The difference was
it's getting real bad.
Well, if you lost to the Rams, if you didn't beat the undefeated Rams, you would have had Trevor Lawrence right now, right? Remember that. Yes. You guys beat to get this guy. I mean, it is. You know what the worst part? And I'll tell you honestly, the Jet fans. When the Giants lost, the Jet fans are making fun of me, sending me things, and trying to ride me.
Yeah.
And then, you know what? You guys come back with that game? Like, you come back with that game? So what was our score? 27-6? Yours was 26 to what was it?
We lost 30-6.
Oh, we lost 36. Yeah. You were 27-6.
Well, now, Mike, in all seriousness, all reality, do you think that the Jets are making playoffs now?
No.
That's it?
No, absolutely not. How could you? How could you?
How many wins do you think they get?
Dude, if they can beat the Dolphins, if they can find a way to take one from the Dolphins, well, I'll start getting all good and dandy again about this team. But how many wins? Not enough to get to the playoffs.
I got to say something, Mike. The Jets go out to the Raiders, then they beat the Raiders on Sunday Night Football. You're 5-5. You're
5-4.
5-4. Wait, they're 5-4?
They're 4-4.
All right, so they'd be 5-4. You guys are gonna be talking shit again. I can guarantee you that.
Well, of course. Well, that's the way the
we got Miami the week after.
Yeah. That's the way the football goes. Yeah, that's the way football goes.
So you're like kind of like we know, like for the Giant fact, there's nothing that can happen that we're gonna go. It's we know there's no coming back.
That's why I'm happy. I'm happy right now.
It's
done and over with.
We're out of that shit. You're still in that world of disillusion.
Right, and that's what your son was talking about earlier. That he's almost happy because I'm sitting here. Yeah. My week is dependent on this little piece of crap.
Yeah,
every week. Every week is dependent on this little piece of crap. And that's the part that I'm still hanging on to is like, I don't know, maybe this piece of crap is a little polished tonight for once. Like, and he throws 210 and 2 touchdowns. Who the hell knows?
All right, hold on one second. I think we actually have our first caller on Talk. Ooh. Backbone, you patch that through for us?
Oh, boy.
Hello. Welcome to Talk.
Hi.
Who's calling?
Do you know who this is?
No, who's calling?
It's Lisa Antico.
Oh, no! Welcome to the pod, Lisa.
Hi,
Mother!
Hi, honey.
How was your quiet weekend without the
Hi.
boys?
Hi.
Oh, please. I don't even want to speak about it. I am so mad that they went.
What?
Oh.
Why?
Why?
I don't, you know what? I just don't, I felt like I should have been there. I think it would have been more fun, first of all.
Oh.
I think you're right. Maybe you would have brought them some luck because all they do is come back with the
Oh my God, I lost everything.
losers.
Mom.
Yeah.
Mom,
What?
what do you have to say?
have a
What do you have to
question?
tell? What do you have to tell Mike from Bayonne? Because he's in between thinking that the Jets season is still on and thinking that it's over. What do you have to tell him? You got to let him know the season's over, right?
Don't do it, Lisa.
It's over. I mean, after the other night, it's over.
Oh my God! She watched the game and everything.
She did, Mike.
That's
She
Lisa
watched
Antico wrecking you. Oh,
watched
I'm
the
gonna
game with
take
us.
that shit.
Yeah, it's over.
My second over.
I was. It's over. I'm sorry.
Oh,
and honestly,
oh my
you guys.
God.
And you guys, about the Giants, you were losers. You went to Vegas.
Oh,
That's more like
Lisa
it.
Antico wrecking everybody.
We flew across country to watch our team get their dicks kicked in, Mama.
Watch him out when you
Talk like
get
that.
What
Mother.
a waste of a trip.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom. Thank you.
Well, Lisa, you were part of history. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for
Mom,
being
you're
the
our first call, Mom. Thank you.
Hey.
To talk.
You're welcome, guys.
Love you.
You're
I love you,
welcome.
Mom,
baby.
is my
I'll
sushi?
see you.
Is my
See
sushi?
you later.
Love
My
you.
sushi there?
Did my sushi come?
Sushi.
Not,
Sushi.
not yet, but I'll see you two losers later.
Oh.
Thank you, Lisa.
And it's got
Mom,
some.
Well, that was awesome.
It was good.
Yeah, that was great.
That worked good.
First call couldn't have gone any better.
How did
than
I
that.
not know that was my mom?
I didn't know it was. I really didn't know.
That means that
I was
sound
thinking,
different.
is that Mandel's wife? Is that Charles? Who the hell is this?
I can't believe that.
She sounds like a baby on the phone.
What the hell was that about?
Baby, put your head in
Wow.
gravy.
I can't believe she buried.
Wash
she buried,
it up and
she
down.
buried
So
us.
instead of
Buried the
Baby.
entire pot.
Yeah. Good job.
I want that woman banned. I don't know who she is.
She's not allowed back.
That's pretty funny.
That's what happens when you open up the
funny.
lines. You
Yeah.
never know who's going to be there on the other
Oh,
end.
no.
Man.
You never
Well,
know who's going to be there.
Mike, we'll let you go.
Yeah, Mike.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, as always,
brother.
we'll see you next week.
We're sorry, Mike. We're sorry, buddy.
Yeah, go out there and beat the Raiders. Go beat the Raiders. Go beat the Raiders. Oh, man. This is just pathetic. It's just, it's our teams are just really just.
Well, let me
pathetic.
ask this question.
us?
Then wait, so take the Giants and Jets off the table.
Yeah.
Who's the best team in the AFC? Who's the best team in the NFC right now? What do you guys
Best team in the AFC?
Yeah, what do you think?
The Bengals are hot right now.
Yeah.
They're looking really good,
gonna be
and
who's hot at
obviously
the
the
end.
Chiefs,
Yeah.
the Chiefs and the Bengals, and then for the NFC, the Lions look really good. The Eagles look really good. The 49ers, I can't say that they're up there right now. They're on a little bit of a skid.
I think the Ravens.
I think Debo.
Ravens.
The
Right, the
Ravens,
Ravens
You know,
are
you
good.
know,
Ravens
you know,
too.
what gets, you know what
Yes.
gets me about the Ravens?
Yes,
You know the Super Bowl logo has got a little purple in it.
I know.
And
Saw that.
usually the logos match the players that the teams that are going to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. The Ravens are a really good team.
I
right
think
now.
that-
and they're
I
kicking
think-
the shit out of good teams.
I mean,
Yeah,
I-
oh yeah.
I think that, and the NFC is a little different for me because the Eagles are our most well-rounded team out there. I think really. I'm not a big fan of Hurts. I don't like his demeanor and stuff like that, but they're probably the best. And I would say 100%. I think that the Bengals. I think that Bengals on the other side.
Bengals
right
are
now.
playing. They're playing pretty good.
Yeah, Burrow's a good guy.
Yeah.
Listen, man. One thing why we changed this name, we wanted to get out of Empire State Sports because we want this pod to talk about anything. So, you guys have anything on your minds? You thinking of anything?
I had a few things that I wanted to bring up.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
hear it.
go, Backbone.
All right. I know obviously you guys versus the Raiders this week, but did you see what the coach did for the Raiders? Antonio Pierce, you guys know him pretty well.
Yep.
Yeah,
I met him.
I did see.
You know
What'd
what
he
he
do?
did with the practice squad for the first time ever was on the sideline.
Really?
Yeah.
First coach to ever do that.
What
He
is
said that-
this like a high school? What is
So-
this like a high school team?
Was it high school?
He believes that if you're on the team, you gotta, show up, get dressed, and be there with the rest of the team.
They when we were in Vegas, we saw that they were wrecking. I mean, you guys probably saw it here too. Josh McDaniels just checked out.
Yeah.
They didn't like him. I think that there was a big battle between Antonio Pierce and Josh McDaniels, right? Where Antonio Pierce was talking about the 2007 win against the Patriots, and Josh McDaniels was like, "You never talk about that. That is not being brought up." But he was just making a point that anything's possible, because that really was anything possible. And, Mark Davis fired him. That was it. And I think that Antonio Pierce Antonio Pierce was a very smart linebacker for the Giants. I think that he has a legitimate chance. First, because of Coughlin, he has a good lineage behind him.
Yeah.
He saw how Coughlin did it. I mean, I think that this guy's going to do really well. I think he could do it.
What Andrew said, I do like that he brought the practice squad guys. He gets it. That just shows that Antonio Pierce gets it.
Definitely.
That's the thing that goes on in sports. A lot of times the players that have played before, they just get it more than these guys, these analytic guys, and all this bullshit. And it makes you want to play for them more. Mm-hmm. Like Antonio Pierce, I met Antonio Pierce. I was at a Mets game in 2016, right? And it's a funny story. I'm there with Tom Scarangello and our friend Jimmy. And we're in the bathroom. And Jimmy comes running to the bathroom. And he's like, "Yo, Antonio Pierce is at the bar right now." Right? Some kid pops his head from the bathroom stall. He's like, "Yo, Antonio Pierce is my boy. You want to meet him?" We're like, "What?" Yes. We're like, "What the hell?" Absolutely. So we get out of the bathroom. We go to the bar. The kid's like, "Yo, Antonio, these are huge Giant fans." He's like, "Oh, what's up?" He's sitting there cool as can be. So I go, Antonio. I was like, "I'm a diehard fan. Like, I'm a weirdo." And I go, "I just want to let you know that play you made against the Green Bay Packers on that screen when you busted through 3 guys and made that tackle." I was like, "People don't talk about it enough. But you are the reason why we won that game, and you're the reason why we won that Super Bowl." I'm telling you, he got so emotional about that.
Really?
To the point, he shook my hand and he's like, "Yo, you're a real fan." He's like, "You're a real fan." And then after that, we were chopping up with him. We were sitting there, we were drinking with him, and then he was afterwards. Really? Yeah, he was like, "Yo, come, we're going to a bar." Lenny Dykstra was signing autographs. He's like, "Yo, come to the bar." Yeah, we didn't want to go. It was on the other side of Queens and all that. But he for him to sit there and respect me, he doesn't know me from a whole world. For him to take his time out to have a conversation with me, for me to say that
he's
to
one
him,
of his favorite Giant of mine.
It really it meant a lot to him. So that's
both of those Super Bowls with us.
No, one.
One of them.
Yeah,
just one of them.
Yeah, 2007.
Yeah. But no, he was probably one of the biggest free agent linebackers that the Giants had.
Where did he come from?
The Redskins.
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we got him from the Redskins.
So we paid a lot. He was a real. You know what's funny? I don't remember that. I don't remember from the Red. I just know he's one of those Giants. He's a really
he had the C on his chest.
He's a Giant.
Yeah,
man. That guy's a Giant.
When you wear 58 and you're a linebacker on the Giants and you wear 58, you're the real deal. And the fact that he wore 58 with the C on his chest and it goes. And listen, I'm not shocked that he has this team playing for him. I'm not shocked at all.
No,
he had a group of Hall of Fame guys playing for him. He had the green in his helmet. That means he's the one that calls the plays on the field. For him to sit there and call the plays on the field when you have Strahan on the team, Osi on the team, you got Tuck on the team, you got all these guys. They all respected him.
That.
You know what I mean? He was a leader.
Yeah,
and yeah.
A linebacker, a middle line, his position, he's the leader of the defense, and that you have to be smart.
Yeah,
you have to. So as a center has to be smart. The quarterback, there's certain positions have to be smart. You can't be a dummy.
What else you have?
Wait, before you get into the next thing, how about the whole news with the Mets? Steve Cohen dropping that.
I was going to bring that up after.
$9 billion project.
Heaven.
Right? $9 billion project. That was my phone. Don't worry.
That project is that's cool. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while, but the only thing I'm worried about is the traffic is gonna be brutal.
So he put together a project to take over that entire area.
Well, yeah.
They're trying to put a casino.
Yeah.
They're trying to put shopping malls and bars, restaurants.
What's happening is that
the city's never going to let them do it because the city doesn't want good
There's
things
3 casino licenses that the city's giving out and 5 spots that they're competing. Mm-hmm. So there's 3 in Manhattan, then Cohen. I think one is more up in Westchester, more or less. So they're all competing for he's not. I mean, I'm imagining you're going to get a casino in Manhattan, which I think would be a craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
That would be nuts.
I can't imagine. But it looks like that's probably going to happen. And I guarantee they're going to spread it out. He has a good shot of getting that casino.
Could.
You think so?
Oh, that's 3 licenses.
They already have one in Queens, though.
I just don't think the city wants anything good for us. They just don't.
In that area, because the area around Citi Field, I don't know how they're going to afford living there.
Yeah.
And if they have a casino over there, they have these restaurants, you said a mall. If they do all of this,
they should revitalize it.
Right now, it's nothing but mechanics.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
he's getting rid of that.
You got to worry that they're going to stab your tire just so you go over there to patch it.
Yeah,
all
right.
All that area is going to go away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember we drove over that?
Yeah.
You were there, Andrew?
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, we went through Mexico.
I
for
drove-
a second.
you-
I had a low Lincoln and I made a wrong turn.
We were on dirt roads.
It was like off-roading.
A third world country.
Yeah.
And a third world
Crazy.
country. Yeah, it
was
really
nuts.
was. It was off-roading in a third world country.
Well-
My car was bottoming out. Boom, boom.
Speaking of the Mets, since you brought up the Mets, which I was going to do it after we did like around the league thing. But
Well, yeah, we're just talk.
Yeah.
We'll just talk.
Carlos Mendoza, man.
Yeah, bro, you got my
I can't
leftovers.
believe that.
You got my leftovers.
I think that this year, like everything that these guys say, I never believe. But I think this is the first time I have to believe. Like Max Scherzer, after he got traded, he was like, they told us in 2024 they weren't going to compete, blah, 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 blah. I truly believe them now. For them to go out and get Carlos Mendoza, I feel like 2024 is like a throwaway year. Like they're literally just got this guy, gave a minimum pay, saying, here, just babysit for 1 year, do what you got to do. After this year, he's gone, and they're going to do whatever they got to do. But that's what I feel like. And on top of that, they come out and they say that they're not going to get it. They're not looking for a GM this year, which means that the New York Mets currently don't have a GM. Last year and the year before, they didn't have a president of operations. This year, they don't have a GM. So what's going on is David Stearns is the president of operations. The assistant to David Stearns is Carlos Beltran now.
Which I'm on board with this.
Which means that this is all theory. This is my speculations. And Carlos Beltran is the interim general manager of the New York Mets for this year. Interim. Yeah, he is that for the New York Mets this year. And I think that they're saying, listen, if you do a good job, we'll literally make you the GM next year. So, but in my eyes, they're literally testing the waters for 2024, and in reality, this is a huge throwaway season.
Yeah, I'm getting too old for this guy.
So Mendoza's been in the Yankee organization for quite some time.
Makes no sense.
The guy doesn't say Pete.
No, it makes no sense.
He doesn't say Pete.
No.
What are we trying to do here? Like, it's
there's a reason he was the bench coach for years.
Yes, you're getting a lower class of Boone, basically. You're getting an Aaron Boone that doesn't fight. Well, maybe he will. I don't know.
I don't know. Listen,
who do we interview? Like I always
no one. They didn't go out because everyone's saying Craig Counsell. They
got like $100 billion.
Yeah, they interviewed him. The last he was the very last person that the Mets interviewed was Craig Counsell. And they did it the last day, and they only interviewed him for 1 day. These other guys they interviewed 3-4 times. Obviously, they weren't in on Craig Counsell. There was a reason why they were like, all right, whatever.
I heard Craig Counsell said that he wants to stay home close to where he lives.
And
for $40 million, why would you come to New York?
No.
I mean, again, it doesn't make sense to be here.
No, it doesn't.
Why would you want to be again?
But I thought Cohen had that money where he could say, "Oh, you're getting 40. All right, we're going to give you 55 and come."
He could have.
That's how much he doesn't care about.
Man, I always remember when they hire a manager, there's always suspense. We're going to hire Buck. We're going to hire this guy. All I know is that I woke up and you go, "We hired a new manager. Who is it? The Yankees bench coach. I never heard of the guy."
No, the Mets literally downgraded managers. That's what they did. The Mets downgraded managers.
But they brought this Beltran closer.
They brought Beltran. Yeah, Beltran.
So Beltran was always with them?
He was a special advisor.
Yeah, Beltran was like the assistant to Billy Epler.
Always?
Since last year.
Right.
He was the assistant to Billy Epler, which now Billy Epler is obviously gone. There's no GM. He's now the assistant to David Stearns. Which, like I said, my eyes, that means he is the Mets GM.
Right.
So, I mean.
Hey, listen. You know what the Yankees came out and told us yesterday?
Yeah.
We're going to bunt.
Yeah.
They said we're going to bunt. He said, we see that we need to bunt more. That's what they told us yesterday. Out of the entire thing, Brian Cashman told us we're a really good fucking team. Verbatim.
He literally cursed. Yeah.
Verbatim. All right. Told us we're a really good fucking team. And we're going to bunt more. That's what they told me. That's what they told me. That's where I'm supposed to feel something. This is just nuts.
He's a joke, man.
This is just crazy. Yeah. What the hell is going on?
But the thing is, because how bad New York sports has been,
just like the state,
it's just like
everything else.
No, but it's so bad that at this point, it's like, you know what? Try it. What Carlos Mendoza, rookie manager, whatever. It can't get any worse, right? Could it get any worse?
Nah.
Like, can we bring Antonio Pierce to be the head coach of the Giants? Like, could it get any worse? So at this point, whatever happens,
I'm just so confused.
Please,
I always say to myself, it always annoys me that in other cities, Atlanta, they trade the whole team away, they rebuild in 1 year or 2 years. They're back, they're ready to go.
Not us.
We can't get it done. The Eagles, they have a 4-win season. Get rid of their coach. Everything falls apart, and they're back in the Super Bowl within a year. We can never. Every time I turn around, you're gonna need another year on that one. Another year. Why is it always another? You know what? I tell you guys, when you get older, these years don't come that quick.
Oh yeah.
These years are going to yourself. Oh my God! I don't want another year anymore. How many more years can I watch?
Yeah.
It's not infinite amount of time.
I'm so confused. I am so confused what has been going on with everything, with all sports, Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. It's just like we're always on the wrong page at the wrong time. And it's just miserable. And it's just like, you can't get away from it. Can't get away from it, you know?
It says it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for New York. It's embarrassing for us fans. We travel around. Poor Anthony wears his Met hat when he goes out there. Looks like a sucker.
What else we got, Backbone?
I mean, have you guys seen the odds for Shohei Ohtani updated?
No, what is it?
The Mets and Yankees are not even in the top 3 anymore.
Really?
It's
once again.
Dodgers are the favorite. Giants is second. Here? Mariners are third. Mets fourth. Yankees fifth.
Why would you come?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Why would I ever come here?
Why would I want to deal with the media?
Right. Why would I
want to deal with your taxes?
He did want to stay on the West Coast, though.
Yeah, of course you would. You're closer to Japan. I mean, it's with a family. It's easier.
Yeah.
It's not. New York is not accommodating.
It's not. It's a grueling.
It really is.
Grueling.
The only place I can't imagine us getting people anymore.
Yeah, that's why. Like when Judge really made that deal last year, I was almost in shock. I was almost in shock. I knew you want to stay a Yankee, but then like the history goes out the window to these young kids because they're like, all right, I wasn't even alive for half of that shit, so it doesn't mean anything to me. But. It's just shit.
I heard the Yogi Berra thing on Netflix. I didn't see it yet, but I heard somebody was saying there's a new Netflix on Yogi Berra with all the rings, right? Does he have 10 rings?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
I heard it. Well, I never saw it, but
there's one with the Mets.
He makes.
He does.
Yeah.
He's a coach. He makes Tom Brady look like a little boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch that.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. What else you got there, Backbone?
I mean, baseball's going downhill. The Germany game, Week 9, Dolphins-Chiefs, had more viewership than the World Series this year.
Wait, which game?
The Germany game that just happened on Sunday
at
9:30 a.m., 6:30 on the West Coast had more viewership than the.
I was one of them. I was one of them at 6:30 in the morning up watching that game.
Me too.
But that's not saying baseball's going downhill. That's just saying that
nobody cares about the World Series.
No, not this year's World Series.
Markets,
you got baseball has to make an adjustment when it comes to the playoff positioning, formation, whatever you want to call it. The Arizona Diamondbacks were not a playoff team. They got hot at the right time. They knocked off the Dodgers. They knocked off the Phillies. Whatever. They made it to the World Series. Right. That was it. They cooled down. Their bats weren't as hot. They came back to reality. They were what they were, a shit team. So that's why
there was nothing I would do to sit down. I would never go, hey, you know what I'm going to do tonight? watch the Texas Rangers play the Arizona. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I couldn't.
Yeah, I did. I watched the games.
You watched the games?
I didn't watch a second.
You're a real baseball.
I love the game. Yeah,
I will never ever do that.
I didn't watch a second.
No,
the only time I watched was when Scherzer pitched. He pitched 2 innings.
I even watched the parade.
Yeah.
I like to feel the pain. I like to feel the pain.
You did that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I like the pain.
Wow, that's really fucked.
I won a lot in my life. So when I'm down, I want to feel it. So when I get back to there, it's going to be just euphoric. Yeah. Well, you know? What else we got? Backbone.
That's all I got.
All right.
Yeah, there was something about Wait, didn't we have something about Mr. Beast? What Mr. Beast was out there changing the world.
I did actually.
All right, he's a YouTuber. And he literally traveled across the world. Where did he go? Africa?
To Africa.
And he dug 100 wells.
500,000.
Wait, 500,000 what?
He provided clean drinking water for 500,000 people, 100 wells in different little cities.
Yeah.
And Yahoo News comes out with an article and hit piece on him saying, while American YouTuber Mr. Beast's goal was to provide clean drinking water for 500K people, activists say his actions shamed the Kenyan government and helped perpetuate the stereotype that Africa is dependent on handouts.
Oh, God. Imagine. What a stupid.
This guy...
America is sending to Israel bombs to shoot down other bombs by the billions of dollars. Yeah. All right? This kid took his own money in his pocket, went to Africa and made 500,000 people. Right?
God bless him. Saving the world.
He's a scum.
What a man.
He's the scum of the earth.
No. He literally did a video maybe a year ago that he was just, like that eye surgery where you can make blind people see again.
Yeah.
He was going around saving people's eyes, literally making blind people see again. And the world and America bashed him for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Love that. God bless.
Scum of the earth.
You're doing it.
Well, we only got one call first week. Thank you, Lee Santico. We appreciate it.
We didn't know who it was.
Don't forget, if you like the pod, subscribe, comment below, check out the socials. We're going to be keeping this number for a while, so hopefully everybody gets the gist of it. If you want to talk to us, call into the show. Thank you so much, everybody.
All right.
Gamble responsibly.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Oh.
Go Sports.